Hello everyone, Emily here. Aren't these pieces pretty? They're not sewn together yet, but I made these long. It's like a mile a minute blanket. They're really super cute. So I wanted to show you how to do one. It's really super pretty and cute. The middle looks like a little heart. None of these have been sewn together yet, and I'm doing them in different colors. So I'm going to make a pink one. I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook, and I'm just going to put my yarn on it and we're going to get started. So I did a slip knot, and I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to stick my finger on it because we're going to be going back into this very first stitch. And then I'm going to chain two. This is going to count as a double crochet. Now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go in that first stitch that we had our finger on, and we're going to pull the yarn up. So just pull it up pretty even. Put some light on the situation here. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to go in that same stitch, and we're going to bring the yarn up and pull it up. So now we have 5. We're going to yarn over, go in the same stitch, pull it up for a total of 3, and we're going to have 7. We're going to grab the yarn, turn your needle down, the head of your needle, so it goes down nice and smooth, and chain 1, and we're just closing it up. So that's one side of your heart. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to do it again. We're going to pull our yarn up. There's 1. Yarn over and go in again. There's 2. Yarn over, go in again. Pull the yarn up. That's 3. We're going to make sure it's taut, and we're going to grab our yarn, put our needle facing down, and go through all of them and chain 1 to close it up. Now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go in that same stitch, and we're going to do a double crochet. And that double crochet, that's really important because that's where you're going to be going into it when you go around. So that's our first little heart. Now we're going to chain 2, turn our work, and you can see right there in the middle, that's where you're going to want to go in. You're going to yarn over and pull your yarn up. Yarn over, pull your yarn up again. Yarn over, pull your yarn up again for a total of 3. You're going to have 7 strands. Grab your yarn, pull it all the way through, chain 1. So you closed it up. Now you're going to go right into that same stitch. You're going to do a total of 3 of those yarn overs and pull ups to do the other side of your heart. And grab your yarn. You're going to pull it through all 7 of the loops. Chain 1, and now you're going to do your double crochet, and you're going to go into that same stitch. Isn't that cute? You can start seeing it forming. So chain 2, turn your work, go into that middle, right in between where you did that single crochet, pull up, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, go in there and pull it up, make sure it's nice and taut, grab your yarn, make your needle pointing down, and bring it all the way through. We're going to chain 1. Doesn't that look pretty? And we're going to keep going to make the other side of that heart. So remember, I always count 3 times I'm going to pull it up. So that was 1, yarn over, that's 2, yarn over, that's It's 3, pull it up taut, grab your yarn, bring it through, 1 to close it off, 1 stitch. Now we're going to do a double crochet in that same opening. And there we go. And that's how you're going to repeat. I did 49 of these. Don't ask me why I chose a crazy odd number, but I did 49. So then I just count up to 49 before I start going around it with my white yarn. So you can just watch this a little bit, and once you get the hang of it, it goes super duper quick. Okay, so now that we have done the 49 little hearts in the pink, I am going to take my white, which has sparkles in it, and I am going to go around it, like I did all the others. So I'm just going to make a loop. We're going to go down to the bottom where we started, and I always start in that first chain right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go around, and in each one of those chains we're going to do 2 single crochets. So I just pulled mine up and did a single crochet there, did another one in the same opening. I'm going to go into the next opening. I'm going to bury my ends there as I go along, and I'm going to do 2 single crochets in that opening. Then I will go to the next one, and I'm just going to do that all the way around. And at the ends, we're going to add some so that it doesn't start to curl up. And I will show you how to do that when I get all the way around. But just go all the way around doing your single crochet. It's really simple. And it's just so pretty. It makes such a nice border, and I love this sparkly yarn. It just really sets it off. Isn't that pretty? So there you can see your hearts pretty good. And this blanket would be really cute if you used all the same colors for your hearts. This is a baby blanket, so I just decided to do random colors. They're more girl colors than boy colors, but it sure is pretty. So I went around. So when you get to the end, what you're going to do is before you get to that point, instead of just doing 2, you're going to do 3 single crochets, and then when you get to the end, you're going to go in there and do 3. Now when we're going to go into this next one, we already did 2, and so we're going to do another one in there to make it 3, and then I need to do another round of single crochets, so I'm not going to go into that first single crochet. Go into the second one, chain 1, go into the next opening, you can see there, and I am just going to do a single crochet all the way around. It's very simple, but it looks really pretty. It looks really good. I didn't want to do double crochets here just because, I mean, you could if you wanted to. I just wanted to just do single crochets, and I think it looks really nice. You know, you can always change up a pattern to how you want it to be. Because I did see this heart pattern on somewhere else, and I started watching it, and when they start going around the edges, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks really complicated. I think I'll just do my own thing, like the mile a minute, and that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just kind of doing my own thing. So just keep going all the way around, doing your single crochets. Doesn't that look pretty? So you're coming to the end here. You can see where you started right here. So you're just going to continue to go all the way around. So here you are, the one just before the tip, the very top one. Here's the very top one. There it is. So we just did one single crochet all the way. And then we're going to go into that last one right there, but we're going to skip the next stitch, which was our chain. And we're going to go right into the next one. Pull it all the way through, and we are going to tie it off. There we go. So I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to tie it off, and then I always like to tie a knot up against it. And we are done with our strip. So, you know me, I always like to tie the knot, and I tie a knot right up next to it so it won't come undone. And my strip is done. And now I am going to go around every single one of them with a blue sparkly color before I sew them together.